vehicle, vehicle. He drives a red vehicle. She arrived at the airport in a black vehicle. The electric vehicle is gaining popularity these days. Entirely, entirely. I don't entirely agree with your point of view, but I understand where you're coming from. The company's decision was based entirely on market research and customer feedback. She was entirely focused on her studies and didn't have time for social activities. Actively. Actively. She participates actively in community service activities. The children were running and playing actively in the park. He is actively involved in various sports clubs. Demonstrate. Demonstrate. She will demonstrate how to use the new software. The experiment was designed to demonstrate the principle of relativity. The protesters gathered to demonstrate against the new policy. Isolated. Isolated. The small cabin was isolated from the rest of the village. Living on an isolated island can be challenging. He felt isolated and lonely in the new school. Hypothesis. Hypothesis. The scientist formulated a hypothesis to explain the observed phenomenon. In order to test the hypothesis, a series of experiments were conducted. The results of the study support the hypothesis proposed by the researcher. Session. Session. The therapist recommended a weekly session to help manage her anxiety. The meeting went on for hours, turning into a marathon session of discussions and negotiations. The yoga instructor guided the class through a relaxing meditation session. Detect. Detect. The dog's acute sense of smell helps it detect hidden objects. Investigators are trying to detect the cause of the fire. The doctor used a special device to detect the tumor. Destination. Destination. Our next destination is Paris. They reached their destination after a long journey. We should plan our route to the destination. Motivation. Motivation. My main motivation is to make a positive impact on the world. Losing weight requires consistent effort and strong motivation. A good leader knows how to boost the motivation of their team. Hypothesis. Demonstrate. Detect. Session. Destination. Motivation. Entirely. Isolated. Vehicle. Actively.